Hello, my name is Andrew Collins and I'm a Telly addict. Well, thank God that's over. The wait, I mean, obviously, not the episode, which, if not a certified highborn classic, was certainly an exciting blue touch paper, which, now lit, will surely lead to all sorts of fireworks over the coming 10 weeks. Just as Daenerys is warned by Jorah that her dragons, haven't they grown, will never be tamed, so season 4 already feels like it's off the leash. You may remember what co-creator of The Wire, David Simon, said about the casual viewer. He said, the casual viewer. The same applies to Game of Thrones. The very notion of a previously on at this advanced and embedded stage is preposterous, so I'll assume I'm among the initiated and plough on. Ploughing on is never faint praise when assessing the plot of Game of Thrones. Season 3 involved a lot of walking, but was never dull. Here we rejoined the literal journeys of Arya and Hound and Bran, Hodor and the Reed siblings, and the emotional and hierarchical journeys of Daenerys, Joffrey, Sansa, Jaime, Tyrion and Cersei, and with 28 principal characters out of 75 speaking parts, albeit one who only says Hodor. All I can say is thank God they killed a few of them off at the end of the last season.
Joffrey, Cersei, Tywin Lannister, the Red Woman. I can't sleep until I say the names.
The names of every person in Westeros.
Only the ones I'm going to kill.
Vengeance, it seems, will be Arya's. There's a lot of it about. Jaime's back at King's Landing with much of a reverse double Oedipal nature to prove to his nasty nephew/son, King Joffrey, who no longer has to wait for his uncle/father to get home.
I broke Stannis on the Blackwater. Pity you weren't there to help, Uncle.
My apologies, Your Grace. I was rather busy.
Busy getting captured.
The episode begins, of course, with the creation of two swords, hence the cunning title, Two Swords, by symbolically melting down Ned Stark's, one of them forming an ironic gift of Valyrian steel from Tywin to his unidextrous son. This opening sequence forged an epic sense of creation or rebirth. Breaking his directorial duck on this episode is co-creator and showrunner D.B. Weiss. You'd think he had enough to do. While Two Swords was essentially a Where Are We Now, it did introduce one perhaps crucial new character, Prince Oberyn of House Martell, motto unbowed, unbent, unbroken. A lusty, lethal, testicle-squeezing new player played by Chilean actor Pedro Pascal, who's in King's Landing for the imminent royal wedding, which we already fear may be redder than the red one.
Why did you come to King's Landing, Prince Oberyn?
I was invited to the royal wedding.
The Lannisters are the only ones who pay their debts.
Tyrion didn't have a lot to do, but this reflects his reduced executive role in the ever-changing world in which he's living, a mere pawn in his father's chess game. Talking of mere pawn, as a Game of Thrones fan and feminist, I was as conflicted as ever when HBO's gratuitous fleshed quota arrived in the form of hospitality delivered to the lascivious Oberyn, who inspected these sentient women as if they were so much brisket and rump steak. Luckily, up at Castle Black, everyone was wrapped up warm, and Jon Snow,
We're back tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
not that one, was not enjoying a warm welcome.
You've done nothing wrong.
I've done plenty wrong.
Unlike Daenerys, who can do no wrong, rightful queen of the Seven Kingdoms and most desirable woman in the world 2014, according to the website Ask Men, she's still building her freed slave army so that she can take what is hers with fire and blood.
I will rule.
The final episode of Season 3 was seen by 6.5 million people on HBO, with another million on catch-up, or illegal download as it's technically known, making it cable channel's second most watched show ever after The Sopranos. There seems to be an unstoppable momentum behind it now, as it inches ever closer to the crisis point where the books run out. You only have to watch the recent Thor movie, directed by Thrones and Sopranos alumnus Alan Taylor, to know how dull a tale of earthly gods, broadswords and dynastic struggles in lands with funny names can be. Unbowed, unbent, unbroken, even when Game of Thrones is simply plodding from A to B, it never coasts. Two Swords, premiered in New York and London as if it were a film, inches the action along, but wherever it's going, and I haven't read the books, I want to go to there. Still waiting for my wedding invitation, must have been set on fire in the post.